everyone, welcome back to your girl's channel. Today we are doing a sit down chit chatty get ready with me, and I think you can hear my laundry going, but I'm just gonna finish talking real quick. If you guys can hear a noise in the background, it is my dryer, not laundry, dryer. I got a few new products over the past week or two, and I decided to just do a get ready with me and try out these products with you guys and also update you guys on life and all that kind of stuff. I am going back home to the Bay tomorrow, so you guys will see why in the video. I'll talk a little bit more about it. I just wanted to quickly film a video because I will be gone for the weekend and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. It's really unexpected as to why I'm going back home, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging, so I still want to film a video. So if you guys are here to watch a creative, well-filmed video, this is not that, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not trying to be lazy in any way, but it is a family emergency and I really don't have the time to film the video that I intended to film, so I hope this is okay with you guys, and thank you guys so much for understanding. So with that being said, I'm just gonna let you guys get into the video and see how I achieved this look right here. This is kind of like my everyday look that I'm always wearing, and I think you guys have probably seen this look pretty often, but I did switch up some products and I did try out some new products and new tools and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, and let's jump right in. First, I'm just gonna start with priming my face with this unicorn essence. I'm seeing this on Instagram a lot and it seems like just this magical thing in a bottle. It is pink, which I thought was very cute. If any of you tried this out, let me know how it's working for you. It doesn't have like a silicone-y feel, which is what I thought it was going to be, but it's very just like a serum, not sticky. Feels okay, yeah. For foundation, I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. It has SPF 15 and the shade I'm using is light medium sand. I think the color is a little gray. I wish it was a little more yellow, but overall I still really like it. The coverage is awesome. It's very full coverage. While I blend this in, I'm just gonna chat with you all, kind of catch you guys up with what's been going on in life. By the way, I'm patting it in with this beauty blender. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little low energy today and I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm just not, you know, it's just a lot has been going on and I feel very overwhelmed right now, but I just kind of want to do this chit chatty get ready with me so that I can kind of talk to you guys and maybe this will help me feel a little better. So I apologize if you're here for a very creative, beautiful video. This is not it. This is just me talking to my homegirls and my homeboys, okay? Anyways, so tomorrow, this weekend actually is going to be a little hectic. So one of my friends back at home is very, very sick, and Juan and I have decided to go back and see her. This is super last minute. We weren't expecting this at all, but we definitely want to go visit and just see how she's doing, hang out with her for a bit, and hopefully boost her spirits because she is not feeling well. So yeah, that's just been on my mind the past few days, and I'm really worried about her. And yeah, anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it, but yeah, it's just a lot going on and I feel very overwhelmed and I'm just really worried about her. So yeah, anyways, I didn't want to start this video like that, but every time I talk about it, I do get emotional. If you guys are watching, please send my friend a prayer and hope that everything's gonna be okay. Now back to doing this. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to talk about it too much because it makes me really emotional. But I'm looking down because my mirror is right here. This is my first time using this foundation with the beauty blender, and I feel like the beauty blender is kind of just eating up the product. I usually apply this foundation with a brush, but today I thought maybe a beauty blender would make it look even more natural. Although this is full coverage, I feel like up close it does look very natural, so I do like this. The next thing I'm going to use is this concealer. This is Tarte Shape Tape, and I have it in the shade light medium. I'm sure you guys have seen every YouTuber use this. It is the best concealer. It is such an amazing concealer. I love it. And I tend to go overboard with this sometimes, so I have to be careful because I get too excited. But with this concealer, you don't really have to worry about going overboard because even though it's full coverage, it's very, very natural looking. So even when I use this much, it totally doesn't look cakey. Gonna pat this under my eyes. Anyways, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well and having a wonderful week. Now let's take care of them brows because my brows be looking, it just be looking crazy. Well, you guys know about my eyebrow situation. So I actually, I have to update you guys on that. I went back to my microblading lady, the lady that did my microblading for my eyebrows, and we talked about it because I'm just like, what is going on with the color? So as you guys can see, it's a very, very ashy, like cool toned look. And for me, I really wanted warm brows, and that's what we did. Like, we used warm colors for my eyebrows, but we came to the conclusion it's probably because I'm anemic, so I'm low on iron, and the pigment, I believe she said it's like an iron pigment, so maybe that's why it just did not mix well with my skin. It's a really rare case that this happens to people. So yeah, anyways, if you're anemic and you're thinking about getting your eyebrows microbladed, I would just, you know, do a little more research on that. I wish I could have known that beforehand, because right now there's really not much I can do about my eyebrows. Unfortunately, they're just going to look gray and look really unnatural, but I'm just gonna have to let it slowly fade. Hopefully it fades in a year or so, and for now I just have to fill it in to make it work. So that's the little update. I know a lot of you are concerned about them and you're wondering, you know, what happened and why is it so patchy. So right now it's patchy because I'm exfoliating them and I'm letting them fade out so that I can just kind of start fresh with my old brows again. So that's why it's looking the way it is. But it's okay, when I do fill it in, you totally can't tell. So luckily, I can fill it in and it will be fine. Oh, the brow pencil I'm using is Anastasia's Brow Wiz in soft brown. Also, my parents are visiting today. They are adopting a dog, and it's a little Maltese. It's like 5. They think it's around 5 years old and it weighs about 5 pounds. So cute from the pictures. So they're driving here to meet the dog today, and hopefully it goes well, and then they're gonna adopt a new dog. So I'm really excited. I know that's gonna brighten my day, just seeing a dog, and also just knowing that my parents will give that dog an awesome life. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to meet her. I've been talking with the person this past week, just arranging this, and hopefully it all works out today. My mom's bringing her dog just to make sure that they get along, because it would suck if my mom brought the dog home and her dog hates the new puppy, or not puppy, the new dog. I'm just getting ready before my parents get here. We might do lunch or something. Today's going to be quite a hectic, busy day. I'm going to, so you guys know that I'm fostering the rabbits. I have to drop them off at a bunny sitter, and she's kind of far away from me, but luckily at least someone's gonna look after them. I have to drop off the rabbits, and then I have to drop off money to her babysitter so we can head back home and see my friend. All right, so now that the brows are done, let's go in with the powder. I think I'm gonna try out this new brush. This is NYX, let's see, what is this? This is number 21. I'm actually not even sure if this is a powder brush. Well, actually, you know what? I feel like this is more of a contouring brush, so let's not use this. I'm just gonna use my Luxie 520 tapered face brush. For powder, I'm using Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation. Just gonna dust this on very, very lightly so that I don't look too matte, because when I look too matte, I feel like I look cakey, you know what I'm saying. As for my eye makeup today, I'm not feeling too much eyeshadow. It's really, really warm out, and I just feel like I would hate it if I had a ton of eyeshadow on. So I think I might just do like lashes and just a little bit of eyeshadow. The lashes I think I want to try out today is this one. It's the Tarte Pro Lashes, and the style is Girl Boss. Let me show you what it looks like. Haven't ever used this before, so I'm excited to see how this looks. It's very, very lengthy. It looks super long, but not very voluminous. So this might be good for just like a more natural look today. First, I want to prime my eyelids with this Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've had this tube forever. I swear, every single time I do a YouTube video, I'm using this tube. This is a never-ending tube, and this is, I think, is this the full size? I don't know if this is the full size. It might be. I also tweeted out earlier today for you guys to send me any topics you want me to talk about while I'm doing my makeup. So let's see if you guys sent me any questions. I really like this question because this is something I've dealt with my entire life, and I feel like till this day I'm still dealing with it. So here we go. So this question is from Rochelle Leslie, and she asked, learning how to be comfortable and proud of yourself when your parents may or may not be proud of your choices. I think I probably told this story before, but when I wanted to go to FITM back in high school, my parents parents were totally not for it because they wanted me to go to like a UC or like a state college, and they just did not see any type of potential or future for me if I went to this fashion school, right? Like it just seemed so stupid to them. In my family growing up, it was always like a competition between the relatives. It's like, oh, your cousin is going to UC Berkeley. Oh, my daughter is going to UCLA. Like always comparing. I don't know if it's just the Asian family thing, but I'm sure it happens throughout all families somewhere, somehow. So I remember feeling really like, in a way, like, oh, I have let my parents down because I got denied to the colleges that I did apply to. And my grades were not the best when I was in high school, so I got denied from a lot of colleges, and FITM was the only school that really interested me, to be honest, because I wanted to do beauty and stuff like that, so that's what I majored in when I went to FITM. But when I first wanted to go there and I brought up the idea to my parents, my dad was just like, you're going to design school? Like he thought it was just so stupid. He just did not see like any future out of that. But in the end, I did it anyways. Luckily, my mom was more supportive than my dad was. And in the end, I explained to her, like, this is what I want to do, and I just want to try it out. In the end, my parents were supportive and they did let me go, but I knew that they would have much preferred if I went to like a UC or something like that. So girl, I totally get where you're coming from, and not just with college decisions. I feel like many decisions I've made in my life, my parents were like, I don't want you doing that, I want you to do something else. But in the end, I still did it, and I proved to them why this was important to me. So my advice to you is, if you want to do something, you have to explain to your parents. You have to get in their head and let them understand what is going on in your mind and why you think this is a good idea for yourself. Because our parents, just think about it, they're about like 20, 30 years older than us, right? And their generation, they were brought up in a much different way. They were probably taught different values. They were probably taught different things. And also the friends that they surround themselves with are probably very similar to how they are. And they just don't see anything beyond those thoughts that they have. So I feel like for our generation and as their children, we have to, in a way, like help them understand. Instead of getting angry and getting mad, like, Mom, you don't get it, like you don't understand, like fuck this, I'm gonna do it anyways. And in the end, whether or not they understand, you don't know, like maybe they will still disagree. But I feel like if you have weighed out all the pros and cons, and this is definitely something you want to do, and you know you will regret it if you don't give it a try, I would say fuck your parents and go do it, girl. Obviously has to be reasonable, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, oh Mom, I want to be a serial killer. You just got to be supportive of it. This is going to be great for my future. I'm going to get rid of all the bad guys. Like, that is super unreasonable. But if it's something that you know is good and it's like not hurting anyone else and it's going to benefit yourself in the end, then I would say go for it. Even if your parents don't understand, they're going to understand one day, okay? Like they're not going to hate you forever because you chose to do something that they don't agree on. So it's like, you can't give up your dreams just because it's not your parents' dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, my parents wanted me to be a lawyer. They wanted me to be like your typical successful occupation. They wanted me to be either a lawyer, a doctor, or some sort of like businesswoman. And I ended up doing a YouTube, which is very different from anything they wanted me to do, but it worked out in the end, and I showed them like, this is what I want to do, and I went for it. I feel like you should never ever, okay, I'm talking really long, but I feel like no one should ever give up their dreams for their parents. I think for a lot of people, and in my situation, my parents wanted me to fulfill their dreams, and they thought that by me fulfilling their dreams, I would be happy. But that's not always the case, and you probably have to explain that to your parents too. It's like, I'm not throwing away my dreams. I'm throwing away your dreams, and I'm sorry that I'm not fulfilling your dreams for you, but that is not my job. Like I have one life to live. I'm gonna do what makes me happy. So that's my opinion on that. Okay, I need an eyeshadow palette. I didn't even grab an eyeshadow palette. Great. This is Tarte Maneater. I love this palette because look at the beauties. I think I'm gonna probably use just these 3 shades today. I'm gonna take this shade right here and pop this in my lid. Oh, this brush is actually pretty good. No fallout. Okay, so I have that on my lid. Let's answer another question. This one's from Michelle, and she asked, I'm not sure if you had talked about this before when it happened, but what did you do for your UTI? Do you guys remember when I had my UTI a few months ago? That was the worst. Like I am so traumatized. I had a UTI. Well, that was probably my third time getting a UTI, and apparently if you get a UTI once, you're more prone to getting it more in the future. Okay, so if you don't know what a UTI is, it is a urinary tract infection, and as you can hear in the name, it's something to do with infection in your urinary tract, and it is not okay. Like, it is the worst pain. It's so painful when you have to pee because it burns, it stings, and it feels like just like a needle is trying to go through your pee hole. It is not pleasant. So if you can do things to prevent a UTI, do it, girl, okay? You don't want to experience it. I came down to the conclusion that it's because I took a bath in a jacuzzi when I stayed at a certain hotel, because I literally got the UTI the day I came back from my trip, or the day after I came back from my trip. So I feel like maybe the tub just was not clean and I ended up getting an infection from that. I don't know, it could be anything. For the first few days, I just got like over-the-counter remedy. I think I got some, I forgot exactly what the medications were, but if you ever get a UTI, you could go to the pharmacy and just ask them for like over-the-counter drugs, and they will recommend you a few. So there are a few things that you can take to help with the pain and possibly help with the infection, but it all comes down to, honestly, you just need antibiotics, because it's a bad bacteria in your body and you have to kill it, or else it might linger around and then it can cause like some sort of kidney failure. So it's a really serious thing. Like, you don't want to leave a UTI just chilling in your body because you will die. I ended up having to just go to the doctor and I got antibiotics, and it got rid of it within 2 days. So that's what I have to deal with. I read that men are less prone to UTIs, and I'm just like, you know what? Life is unfair. Life is unfair for women sometimes. Like, do you guys ever think about all the shit that women have to deal with and guys just don't deal with it? They don't get periods, okay? They don't get mood swings, like, excuse me. They don't have to deal with childbirth like we have to deal with childbirth, okay? But at the same time, I feel like that is what makes a woman so strong and so powerful. So go woman. I'm gonna take this shade right here and pop that in my brow bone so my brows look nice and lifted. Let's answer another question, shall we? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher your name so bad. I'm so sorry, girl. By the way, girl, you're looking good in your icon. I see you. All right. Oh my God, my parents are almost here. Okay, I need to finish my makeup. My mom just texted me. She was like, we're 30 miles away. Okay, I need to finish my makeup. Okay, so she asked apartment hunting. That's all she said. Apartment hunting. I absolutely love apartment hunting. Like, girl, if ever you need somebody, like, I'm that girl, okay? If you ever need someone to go hunt for apartments for you or look for homes, pick me. I love looking at homes, and I swear if YouTube does not work out, I'm gonna become a real estate agent, because looking at homes, that is my shit. All right, so I need to hurry up and finish up because my parents are almost here. So let's talk about apartment hunting. First, narrow down where you want to live. Don't try to look like 4 cities at once, because that's just going to overwhelm you. So if you have a specific area that you like, I would go on Pinterest or go on Google and type up like demographics for the city. Do a little research, see the safety of that area, and then once you kind of narrow down which area you want, then you can go on websites like Redfin or Trulia. And I like to do Craigslist, but with Craigslist you have to be careful because there are scammers, so be careful with that. But I have had many successes with Craigslist. You can use Apartment Finder or apartments.com, or you can go grab your local newspaper and see like the section where it talks about like home listings and stuff like that. I am loving this one. This is Hourglass waterproof liquid liner, and this will last you the entire day. You can sweat, you can cry, and it will stay on. I absolutely love this eyeliner. I just started using it, and this has, in a way, replaced my Kat Von D eyeliner. I used to love that one, and I still do, but this one, I feel like I like the tip a little more because it's more stiff. So it just depends on what you like. Okay, what else about apartment hunting do I need to tell y'all? Always remember that you can negotiate the price. So if ever you find a place and it's like, I don't know, like maybe $200 or $50 more than what you would like to pay, don't hesitate to ask the person like, hey, like, is there any way you can bring down the price a little bit? I'm really interested. Don't feel shy about bargaining, because you can do that. The worst answer you get is a no. So, you know, why not try to bargain a little bit? And also don't forget to ask for specials. A lot of times places, if you don't ask about it, they try not to bring it up. What you can do is be like, hey, do you guys have any move-in specials currently? And I found that if you don't ask, sometimes they don't want to bring it up. So just make sure you ask. Okay, now I'm going to trim these lashes and put these babies on. Oh my God, these lashes are almost too long. Ugh, do you guys think that's too much? I think that's too much, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm going to use these Ardell falsies. This is the Ardell 811. While we wait for that to dry, let's see if any more questions came in on Twitter. This one's from 2 Sips, and she asked, what are your guilty pleasures? I feel like whenever people ask me guilty pleasures, I think of food and not necessarily like things to do. Or maybe it is just supposed to be food. But my guilty pleasures, I love me some fast food. I love fast food. It's like greasy and nasty, but I love having fast food. But as you guys know, fast food is very limiting for me. But usually, what do I like to get? I love in the Bay Area, there's this fast food restaurant. It's called Amy's and it's all vegan. I think it's all vegan. Or it might be, oh, actually, you know what? It's vegetarian, but they have vegan options. And I love that place. I miss it so much. I feel like most people usually say their guilty pleasure is like ice cream or something sweet, but I really don't have a sweet tooth. I just don't care for sweets. Unless it's my period, then that's a different story. I usually like chocolate on my period. Or I do like popsicles, but not ice cream, because something about the creaminess of ice cream sometimes just grosses me out. It's always hard for me to put lashes onto this eye because the shape of this eye is weird. If any of you have monolids, you guys can agree. You wake up with a different eye every single day. The next step, I've been really liking this pencil. This is Tarte's Fake Awake. I like to pop it right here. I usually like to put glitter, but I feel like this just looks a lot more subtle and natural because it's matte. So I put it right here in my inner corners. I usually just get really messy at first because you can just use the other end, which is the smudger, and really kind of smudge it out and make it look nice and blended. I feel like it just kind of makes the slightest difference and makes your eyes look a lot more bright and awake. So really been liking this. Okay. So let's place the color there. And then use a fat brush to blend it out. And just bring a little bit down the sides. For blush, I'm going to use this palette from Bare Minerals. I absolutely love this palette. And I'm going to use the shade Golden Gate. And what I'm the most excited for today is this highlighter. This Becca, what is it called? Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Prismatic Amethyst. That's the color. Prismatic? Yeah, Prismatic Amethyst. Yes, girl. All right, are you ready? Oh, I'm not ready. I have really high expectations for it, and I feel like if it's not good, I'm gonna be upset. Whoa. Is that pretty? Okay. I thought the purple was gonna really throw me off, but it actually complements that pink really well, and it looks good with this shirt. Whoa, look at how smooth that goes on. It's just like bam. Okay, girl, I see you trying to blind bitches. Wow, this is actually so pretty. I did not think that a purple highlighter would look wearable, but this is cool. I like it. Did I go overboard? Oh, I might have gone overboard on this side. All right, I just brushed out my extensions. I think it looks decent now. But yeah, that's it to this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chatty get ready with me, and please let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like to see these videos more. I would love to do these. It was really helpful for me in just feeling more positive and happy for today. So thank you guys so much for listening and watching this video, of course. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on. It's just that little bell button that's next to the subscribe button. So if you click that, that will get you notified for any time I post a new video. Also, if you would like, please like this video and follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to post a lot more on Instagram lately. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that link right here so you guys can follow me. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!